No.
Sometimes I'll bring a sacrificial lamb.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Episode 9. Yeah.
Oh.
Every time I always think episode, and then I
chime in.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Today we have our good buddy Isaac Fossum.
Hello.
Isaac, would you care to introduce yourself?
Yeah. I'm a senior, obviously, at Pleasant Grove High School. Known these guys since junior high. Me and Clyn met in choir.
I think that's where we met as well.
Yeah, we met in choir the next year. Me and Clyn have been through some rough spots. me and Tanner are always pretty tight. So.
Yeah, choir boys, am I right?
I'm a hardcore CT scan fan, so
Yeah, actually,
it's an honor.
Isaac's brother Jake is a huge fan,
Mm-hmm.
and I respect him a lot.
He watches them before me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad our fan
also,
base is
shout
loyal.
out to Sam Glad. He told me he was a huge fan, and I appreciate that.
Ice skating.
Be on the look for merch. Just kidding.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I mean, if people are actually willing to buy,
You should get some.
I'll make some.
Just like your guys'
If I can make
faces
money.
with like a plant
Yeah.
and a fishbowl.
The play in the fishbowl.
Oh,
That's
that
iconic.
would be cool.
It's kind of
Yeah.
nice. All right. Would you like anything to drink today, Isaac?
Yes, I would. I would like some Bev.
Some Bev? What Bev?
Some Jack Daniels.
Some Jack
If you-
Daniels.
if you haven't.
Just for you down here. You don't want... We gotta mark this for kids on YouTube, otherwise I don't get as many views, so I can't show the explicit content.
I'm an alcoholic. If you didn't know.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy.
That
Thank
looks
you.
delicious.
It really does.
It is. It's pretty bitter, but it's good.
All right, before we jump into here, we have a couple announcements as far as the channel goes. So we're actually going to move to uploading once a week instead of twice a week. It might be a rough transition.
No, I just feel like we can make them just a little bit better if we space them out a little further. It was fun to get as many out as we could right away, just to like build how many we have. But right now, since it's getting a bit more steady and like we want to add a bit more depth into each one maybe, and add a bit more like I guess nuances, little bits to it to make them more engaging and fun. We decided to space it out.
Yeah, just focus on that quality, and also we're going to make them a little bit longer, not too much longer, to retain interest. But
Yes, of course, attention spans.
2 hours.
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but that will be just a little bit longer. I know everyone's just checking the timestamp now, but
No.
also, let's see. Oh, yes. So we were also wondering, we had this question of whether we should do just a couple topics and go really in depth with them, or a lot of different topics and just kind of briefly cover all of them, or a balance of both. And so we're wondering what you guys think. There's a couple places to give us feedback. I think the best one would be to either tell Tanner and I in person.
See us a
Yeah.
lot. Or if
Yeah.
you can leave comments on YouTube.
Yeah, comments on YouTube is another big one. We'll see those right away because we get notified.
Just give out your numbers.
Nope.
You can also email ctscanpodcast1@gmail.com. I think
Sick.
if you miss that, then Tanner will have
I'll have a little
a
something.
little thing on the YouTube video. Yeah. And then also on Instagram, you can DM either one of us.
I probably won't reply. I'm never on Instagram.
Yeah.
Unless you really want to talk to me, then you can. But if not, DM Clyn.
DM me. My Instagram, if you don't follow me, is cl.yn. And you don't have to follow me. Just send a DM if you
Are you private
really
though?
have feedback. No, I'm public
cool.
now.
As am I.
I'm public now.
Yeah.
Ever since I started the podcast.
I'm public now.
So, yeah. So answer that question. Also, any other feedback you have, anything you want us to talk about, blah, 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 just let us know.
All right. Let's jump into it.
All right, yeah. So, Isaac,
Yes.
what do we want to talk about first here? We have a lot of stuff to cover.
You choose, man. We got a good list.
Yeah. Well, so Isaac and I actually went on a... well, not together, but we went on a date.
Group date.
Hey,
Group
nothing's
date.
wrong with that. I'm progressive.
Yeah.
Delicious.
And we went to a place called True Religion.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
That was good. I mean, for like a date place,
Oh,
really
yeah.
good
Oh, yeah.
because it was, cheap. Nate spent like $22 for him and his date total. So, and the food was really nice. They kind of screwed us over without a reservation, even though we reserved a table. But other than that, it was awesome.
I've never been to this place. What is it exactly? Just
So it's like breakfast food and like meat.
Yeah, it's a pancake steakhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
It's right. It's kind of by Classic over in that mall area.
You know, like the apartments that just went up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Off State Street.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Mine wasn't that good, but everyone else's looked really good. Also, my side dishes were really good.
You tried mine too. What do you think of the steak?
I thought the steak was really good.
I tried the steak and it was really good. Bella got crepes. You see her crepes?
Oh, yeah.
And they looked really good.
Yeah, and also there was like a cinnamon roll that you got.
Yeah, that I got. Because you can choose that as your side. So I was like, sure.
Yeah, I think my side was
really
pancakes and they were really good.
Yeah.
So shout out to that place.
Yeah, True Religion. Try it out.
Try it out. So that kind of brings up another topic is like, you know, you go to different restaurants or places to eat for different occasions, you know? So what would you say is your like go-to? It's like, let's say it's like 11 p.m., you know?
Oh.
And you're driving either by yourself or with like one other person.
Yeah. Late at night, usually I'll hit up Rancheritos, 2 deep fried bean burritos for like $5 or less or something. It's super cheap, super filling. They kind of burn your mouth off though, but they're really good.
It's good for that bedtime diarrhea.
Oh yeah, bedtime poops.
Yeah. I feel like everywhere else is usually closed, so I mean, like
true.
McDonald's usually is really. They say their ice machine or their ice cream machine's broken usually at night, and it's not. They just cleaned it out. But yeah, so usually Rancheritos.
What about Beto's?
I'm a Rancheritos guy.
What's the difference?
It's not really. I just go to Rancheritos.
Okay. Because I go to Beto's when it's late.
I tried a Beto's burrito Christmas Eve, and I drank a ton of eggnog, and I threw it all up.
Oh man.
So it's like scarred for me, kind of. I still remember how it looked, and I can't do Beto's anymore. Yeah.
I only get one thing from Beto's because I tried one other thing and I did not like it. I always just get the breakfast burrito with like steak potatoes.
Yep, that's what I threw up.
Yeah. But when I got this other time, I was like, oh, I'll get the carne asada and fries one. That sounds really good. But they just had like this fat patch of sour cream, literally taking up the whole thing in the burrito. And then the other half was just a whole fat patch of guacamole. And then like all the stuff was in the center. Like it wasn't mixed up. And I just like took a fat bite. And I was like, straight into the sour cream. I was like, oh. I tried opening it up and mixing it up. It just made it worse. And I'm like, nope.
Never again.
Cereal.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Rancheritos. I've really only been there once, but
They got some big burritos though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also go to Wendy's, get a 4 for $4. I think those are great deals.
Would that be open at 11?
Drive-thru is open. 24 hour. Yeah.
Or I go to Del Taco is another place I go to at least when I go places because I have the app, so I get a little deals every once in a while.
Yeah.
Kind of nice.
It's also right by Temp.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. I'm not really one to go to restaurants though. I know.
Kind of talking about how you threw up.
Yeah.
And it ruined it for you.
Yeah.
It's funny how sometimes that works. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, totally.
Throwing up ruins the food. But I've never really had that.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I've had a couple.
Me too.
Yeah. One of them was so I got sick Halloween in 2nd grade. And that's when I stopped eating hot dogs, basically.
Oh,
it was a school hot dog, and dude, this was a depressing Halloween. So, Halloween was on Saturday, but Friday at school, we all dressed up and had our Halloween day, and I was chowing down these hot dogs for lunch because, they're so good.
Oh, yeah.
No. Anyways.
Boiled.
I came home, and I've never thrown up more than this time. I threw up, I swear, 15 times or something like that in the course of when I was sick that day and the next day. I threw up so much. Luckily, I had a homie of a mom or a sibling, I can't remember who it was, who went out and trick-or-treated for me, But, I've hated hot dogs since then, and I think I ate a bunch of candy corn and, the pumpkin candy corn. So gross. Never want to eat it again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've had something similar, too. Obviously, the Beto's burrito that killed me, but also eggnog now because of the eggnog. And I used to eat a 12-inch... We have something at Firebird called a loaded cheesy bread, cream cheese and then tomatoes, bacon, and more cheese. And I would eat it a medium size, huge on my break every day. Somehow I would eat it all. And then I remember I woke up and I felt like crap, but I went to school anyways. And I remember just running out the first period like 2 minutes before it ended.
Oh, jeez.
And just like praise the heavens. No one was in that bathroom because I was loud, like screaming.
Would you say that's your most horrific throwing up experience?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because it's like anxiety of like you're in class,
Have you ever thrown up at school?
It's anxiety.
In elementary school, I did.
Yeah.
I've never thrown up. So my most horrific throw up story, if you want to figure out what yours is, Clyn, because I got a good one. So I have two of them. Well, I'm not sure which one was worse. One time I just threw up on a camp out in the tent. There was a dude. There was a dude next to me, and then there was all my stuff to my right. I'm like, I either throw up on this kid or I throw up on all my stuff. I'm like, well, he's a good friend, so I'll throw up on all my stuff. But he didn't really prove himself as a good friend when I tried waking him up to tell him to go get a leader to help me clean up all my throw up on all my gear, and he just told me to go back to sleep. And this other kid on the other side of the tent woke up and like got him. So that one wasn't terrible. It just kind of sucked because I was camping out. But my most horrific one was I was sleeping down on the couch one day because I had like this nasty bug in me. I just felt so sick. And I'd eaten a bunch of chips and salsa prior to it, because I love chips and salsa. Still do, even after this experience. And I woke up that night, and, like, I don't know, the sickness just really messed with my whole system. So I had, like, mad poops. So I run to the bathroom, like, okay, here we go. And I start to I'm sitting down on the toilet, and I'm just, like, trying to get anything out, when I'm like, oh, no. Oh no. And I don't have time to like get off the toilet and poop down. So I have to like scoot back as far as I can in the toilet, stick my head in between my legs, and throw up in between my legs into the toilet. I don't know how I did it.
That sounds awful.
It was horrible, dude.
This escalated.
So nasty. I was just laying there like trying to poop but also vomiting in between my legs. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Good luck everyone at home listening and eating while they listen to this.
Don't eat during this episode.
Give them a warning at the beginning, like a seizure warning, but it's a throw up warning.
Yeah, so that was a pretty bad one for me.
Yeah, I haven't had too many bad ones. In 9th grade though, so I guess I did during school. I was in seminary actually, and all of a sudden my vision just started going blurry, and it was like right after basketball practice because I played for Oak Canyon. We practiced in the morning, and so I was like, my vision was blurry, and I was playing the hymn. And I would all of a sudden have to like move my head in order to see some of the notes.
Playing the piano.
And I was like, kind of brushing it off, like, there must be something in my eye or something, And then
you didn't feel it at all?
No, I didn't feel anything.
Oh my
and then my
gosh.
head just started to kill. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna throw
It's
up.
like a migraine.
Yeah, I think it might have been a migraine. And so I didn't have a phone back then. So I was like, Brother Ray, can I call my mom? And so he like took me to his office and I called my mom. And she was like, all right, I'll come get you. And I walked to the seminary building and I threw up everywhere. Like all over.
In the building?
No.
Okay.
I was just outside. It was in the snow. And it was just this yellow, because I had an egg. It was just this yellow egg.
Okay, no more describing it.
That's
So
horrible.
my friend said that they smelled it afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
Me, Devin, and Nate took a physical, like, fitness for life kind of class. And I remember we were running steps outside, and we were just all dinking around, like, oh, this is so hard, And then out of the corner of our eye, we see this kid run off, and he like throws up right next to like where we're running steps. But like apparently it was too hard for him, and we're like, what the heck? Like this kid just like threw up. But I remember it smelled so bad, and he made us keep running.
No.
And so we were like acting like Bane, and like putting this up, just like sprinting up and down like oxygen masks. We were laughing so hard.
Yeah,
that's funny.
No, the worst throw up. Still going on this topic. Sorry, but we're going into depth this time. The worst like throw up I've witnessed. For me, it was in 4th grade. I was in my art class right after lunch, and we were watching the teacher like demonstrate something in the background, and I was like in the back left of the room, so I was looking up ahead, but like a few seats in front of me, like to my left, there was this kid, and I was like watching the teacher, and I look over at him, and I couldn't like really comprehend what was happening at first because I was just so shocked, because normally when you see someone throwing up, you see them like making kind of a scene, they're running all over, but he's sitting there with his hand over his mouth, and I just see it spraying to the left side of his face. Like it literally looked like, how like when like you see a cartoon person get hit with a hose and it like sprays everywhere, It looked like that. Like it looked like there was a hose just spraying out to the left, and I was just looking at him like, what is happening? And then the teacher looked at him and was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's throwing up. And then he just kept going. It was horrible. Absolutely disgusting.
Like a sprinkler?
No, literally, yeah. It was so bad.
That's
and like the kid
disgusting.
like didn't even react at all. Like he just sat there and he was just like chilling.
What an
Just
alpha, dude.
like I would have been crying. I would have been like, oh my gosh, I want to go home.
Yeah.
But he was just kind of like, okay. Yeah, so that was horrible to see.
All right.
Well,
I think we've covered
Wait.
that.
my episode is a throw up episode. Like they go on for 10 minutes about throw up.
I could ask so many questions about throwing up.
Yeah.
Honestly, like for me, I can't throw. Like I have to commit to throwing up. I can lay in bed for like 30 minutes. Like I
Yeah.
absolutely won't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
absolutely won't.
You have to,
But
like,
as soon
tell
as
yourself to
as
do
soon
it.
as I like commit and like lean over to like my like pot or whatever just you throw up into,
you're
I'm
just
like,
like, I'm
here we
going
go. Like I'm
Yeah.
going to. But otherwise, I will sit in bed like sweating like crazy.
That's the
just
same
like
with me.
no.
It's like never. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I always,
let's move
then I
on.
always feel a little better and can sleep
We
for
have
30
like
minutes.
a whole list of things, and like none of them
Our throw up. And I'm the throw up episode now. Dang it. Okay. Anyways, let's
All right.
change it.
This was educational.
Which one should we move
Tanner's
on to?
passionate.
Let's go to something a little less gross.
Yes,
there we go.
you can begin
we're
your
talking
meals
about
now.
TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
So we talked about this a little with Nate, but I also talk about this with Isaac all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac and Nate are good friends, so yeah. So let's start with the TV shows portion. What have you been watching lately?
Yeah. Lately, as you know, I've been watching The Bachelor.
The
Oh.
worst show on
I
planet
love
Earth.
it.
we both watched a little
See,
bit.
It's
Yeah.
like good bonding time for me and my mom.
No,
like-
Bachelor brings people
Yeah,
together.
like,
Oh, yeah.
Except
I'm,
for
uh,
not on the show.
I'm definitely like a
Yeah.
mama's boy, and so we watched The Bachelorette last season. Now we're watching The Bachelor. Also watching.
Do you have, wait, hold on. So
Yeah.
do you have someone who you think is gonna win?
Yes. Let's talk Bachelor.
We're
Yeah,
just like
let's-
Bachelor. I'll give you top 3.
Okay.
And then who I think
How
top
far-
3.
I
How
can
far
give
into
you,
it
I
are
can give you
you?
top 3 from the 2 episodes.
I'm
I've
caught up.
watched.
I'm caught up.
We've only watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today's the 10th. There's an episode today.
Oh my gosh.
But
We're
as
so
of,
behind.
As of today, I'll say top 3.
Well, now we know these people aren't getting kicked off. Spoilers.
Top 3. Madison.
Oh, Madison.
I
She's
love
the hot
Madison.
One. Yeah.
And she plays
Yep.
basketball.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he introduced her to her family, and she's not psychotic.
Madison. Hannah Ann. You know Hannah
Oh
Ann.
gosh,
I
no.
don't remember.
I
that.
hate her. She's the one who like took the champagne, and the girl who's like
yeah.
kept on interrupting.
But that's Kelsey. Kelsey's the blonde one.
Is she still
that
on?
was her champagne. He seems to like her too.
No.
And so I'll say those are top 3.
I
Or
thought she was the worst. She always
Victoria
cried.
F. Do you know Victoria F? The one with
Victoria.
big eyes.
She's still
Oh,
on.
Big Guppy.
Yeah, but she really doesn't
Shout
seem.
out to
she
Jackson
doesn't-
Holcomb.
Yeah.
Guppy.
She definitely doesn't seem ready for. So I
She's
guarantee
like
she leaves.
so insecure throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are probably my top 3 based on like how the movie or TV show goes. But he's either gonna choose Madison or Hannah Ann. Probably Madison
really.
is my
Better
guess.
choose
So
Madison.
I would have Madison and Hannah Ann, but I also like I only watched the first 2, and from what I saw, it was Kelly, I think.
Yeah.
And
Oh, she
a
was the
lot
one
of
who was on the
people
plane.
like
They
on
met each
Instagram, I
other.
see all these memes, and one of them was like saying how they think Kelly will be the next Bachelorette.
Yeah,
So,
well, there's a
maybe.
trailer that came out for this episode today, and apparently she's super dramatic.
Oh,
And she
really?
starts
Yeah.
attacking girls. So
Sick.
I'm sure
Yeah.
either it'll be too much for her, or she'll just leave.
Hmm.
But they also seem more like friends. You know, they seem like really close friends, not really like.
Yeah.
I was
dating.
wondering about the like, because I feel like we talked about how like in the last episode about like guys and girls and like how they bond differently, and we answered kind of that. I was wondering like, do the guys on the Bachelorette, do any of them get like really tight?
Yeah.
And they're like kind
they
of
do.
bros afterwards.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, this is my boy right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It's sick because usually it gets down to like 5 guys left. Like last year there was this guy, his name was Luke. He was like pure drama, and then he left, and all the guys were like, "Hey man, good luck on your date today." You know,
Really?
like they're all dating the
And they're
same
all
girl.
kind of homies.
Yeah.
But they're like, "Hey man, how was it? Like, how was your?"
That's
it's
kinda
all-
sick.
It's
though.
because no offense for anyone who enjoys the show, it's because it's all fake. Okay,
Not all of
only
it.
a couple of them actually like her. The
I'm a
rest
believer.
are just on there
Well,
to
so
be famous. You know,
actually,
to be
we had
on The
this-
Bachelor.
I
They're
have
just
this-
playing the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I have this English teacher. She watches it. She knows someone that was on it.
really.
Really?
Yeah, one of the first seasons.
Ooh.
And so she said,
She's got the inside
she said
secrets.
she asked about it, like how real is it?
Uh-huh.
And she said that so she was on The Bachelor, so she was one of the girls.
Oh, okay.
She said that he'll have like a list of girls that he wants on. Like I really want her on, and then the other ones. So like there's like 2 or 3 that the producers keep on. So like that's why there's always like the dramatic girl or like the girl everyone hates just because they know it's good TV.
Yeah.
And so like usually there are like 3 on there. That's why you see the 3. You're like, I like these 3. It's
that's why
he chose those.
That's why you'll have like what am I trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, you would have all the sane people on pretty soon, and it'd be pretty mellow afterwards.
Yeah. So, and this doesn't make good TV. So, I mean, that's why you always have like the 3 that you're like, those are awesome girls, and then the ones that are so annoying.
Yeah.
And that's seriously just because the producers are
no
like.
No offense, but the black girls, you know.
Yeah.
It's like,
they have to have.
He's not into
diversity.
Them. I'm sorry, he's just not into the black girls.
He definitely has a type. He has a type, and you can see it.
Wait.
He sent all the rest of them home except for one.
Has there ever been a black bachelor?
No, there was gonna be though, or maybe there was.
I am offended.
It would be cool if it was all black people. That would be really cool.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm in a Bachelor right now.
Or
it's
like
pretty good.
one white person.
Yeah. Just see what happens.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What other TV shows? What are you into right now, Tanner?
I haven't been watching as much TV, honestly. I mean, I found this website where I can watch any cartoon ever on it. So I was like watching some old TV shows. I always love Avatar, but I was watching some regular show, but I got kind of bored of it.
Good ones.
So I watch stuff on Red Bull TV, actually, when I can. I just find it on the internet. So climbing videos, like little short movies that they've made.
Free Solo.
Yeah, stuff like that, or Age of Andra. So nothing like super intriguing.
What about you? Any TV?
Well,
no
you know,
TV,
besides the
but...
classic Phineas and Ferb.
Yes.
Well, I actually watched a movie a couple days ago. Glory Road. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's about his basketball team.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it was really good, I thought. I didn't really like the ending, but it's a true story, so I mean, it's not like it could have.
You can't choose it.
Yeah. Also, the story isn't very accurate because the coach who actually like brought together all the people was paying them, and that's illegal in college.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But they kind of avoided that. They allude to it, but they don't say it.
They don't want to destroy the legacy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Any other ones for you, Isaac?
Person of Interest is what I've been watching recently too.
Heard of that.
Yeah, it's like.
Is it a comedy or
no?
It's like a crime
it's
show.
Like CIA almost. Yeah. So like, there's like these cameras that can tell if someone's about to commit a crime, and this guy goes and tries to stop the crime or whatever. It's cool.
Is it real?
No.
Obviously
not. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Though.
Yeah, but I mean,
that would be insane.
It's interesting. It's cool. I mean.
What is it on?
Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. So you can watch on Netflix. It's good.
All right. What are some all-timers? For me, it's The Office.
Yeah.
I think The Office is one of the greatest of all time.
The Office as well. Office and Parks and Rec. Avatar.
So I actually only watched The Office one time through summer after sophomore year, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I was like, well, I'm not getting any of these references, and I'm never going to get them unless I watch the show. So I sat down that summer and cranked out all the seasons. Mm-hmm. They were really good, honestly. Like, they're funny, but like I don't think I would like really watch them again. Maybe sometime eventually, but I haven't been as big on TV.
The ending, I cried so hard. It's just so good. Like
I cried I didn't cry, but I was really sad when Michael left.
Yeah.
But the ending just didn't hit it for me.
See, for me, it's like there's an ending that makes you cry because it's sad. And there's an ending that makes you cry because it's just nostalgic, so good. Kinda. It's like so good. Like it ends and you're just like, dang, that was a really good show. And like now I don't have any more episodes to watch. Yeah, and that was like The Office for me.
It's kind of sad not having that. To go to.
It's still a good show. Don't no one think I don't like it. Just
Tanner's passion.
Don't care to watch it all over again. Like, I'll watch a couple things here and there. But the all-time of all the all-times to ever be an all-time will always be Avatar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely Avatar.
Yeah.
I agree.
What a show.
Yeah, it's a great show. I mean, like we said before, we could go on forever.
Do a whole episode.
Yeah.
And we're just foreshadowing for a future one.
Yeah.
Just on TV shows,
yes.
movies.
Yeah. Just on Avatar.
Let's actually transition here.
You have to wait for the Avatar another time.
Yeah, sorry everyone.
Deep analysis
Stay
on
tuned.
Avatar.
Yeah.
We actually, so we have a bit more time. We would normally be wrapping up around now, but we have a bit more time
And
here.
the long episode too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Because we
This is a
wasted
lot.
so much time growing up
Yeah.
and stuff.
The special episode.
Let me redeem.
So actually, one thing Isaac and I talk about a lot, which is kind of nice with Isaac. I always feel comfortable talking to him about this. Is girls.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're not gonna name any names here, by the way.
We're just
Time
like
for
so and so and so and so.
Yeah.
Time for some clickbait. Hopefully we understand each other when we just like,
Yeah.
You know
Boys,
who I'm talking about.
you know who we're talking about.
Well, yeah, it's mostly just like.
Yeah.
We respect
Well, so
all
so
women.
what?
Types and stuff.
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
would you say is like the thing that you like most look for, and not just for like someone who's attractive, but
Yeah.
for someone who like you would date, you know?
Yeah.
Or even just hang out with, like
Oh,
to
yeah.
spend time with.
Exactly.
Eternal companion.
Eternal companion.
See, for me, I think it's like someone that I'm comfortable around, but also like I don't know. It's just like someone that also respects my values. And
I love being uncomfortable around girls. Oh man, just feeling
no,
like
but,
I'm gonna throw up the whole time. That's tight.
But like I always appreciate and respect a girl that can make me laugh.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing for me because I usually I enjoy it. Everyone loves the feeling of making someone laugh.
Yeah.
And some girls just like
Yeah.
they're bland and they kind of sit there on dates, and then others are like really interactive. And girls showing that they're comfortable around you, like if they're ever like this, on a date, it's just like, oh, like that's really annoying because, obviously you want to
feel
be comfortable. Yeah.
If they're comfortable to laugh,
Yeah.
at your jokes.
Like their real laugh too, not just like the
Yeah.
Also, a girl that can sneeze. Like the real sneeze. Not just not like just one that's like, mad respect for any girl that just like her real sneeze.
Who owns her sneeze?
Yeah, instead of like a girl that just
Hi.
talking about girls. And Tanner's younger sister walks in.
Yes, my sister has just entered the house. There's no way of hiding it. I thought she might be a little quieter, but it's too late for that, so hopefully she'll scamper on up to her room. Please.
She's scampering.
Please.
Kidding. I love my little sister.
Anyways,
Shout out to all of her boys that are listening right now, if you're out there. Would you like to say anything?
Kiss my ass.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, I really have to mark this one
yeah,
explicit.
type of girls, definitely the ones that are nice.
Oh, yeah, I love you.
They don't run away and
We might
say
just
that
have to cut
stuff.
this out.
Yes. Oh no. That was exciting. Maybe we'll just wait a quick moment. Debating whether or not I'll cut this all out or if I'll just
You
like...
easily could.
Yeah.
Or I'll just leave it all there, because that was kind of fun.
Anyways, we're back.
Okay.
All right, back to our quick commercial break.
Anyways, your type, Clyn.
Well, let's go to Tanner
Okay.
first.
Oh, I had something. I had a distinct trait and I forgot about it.
Our
Were you
introduction.
just going to me because you didn't know what you had to say?
Well,
yes?
I can go.
Okay, go.
I
so I can
guess.
think real quick.
I think, having a great smile is really attractive.
Teeth.
Yeah.
Straight up, it's a thing. Teeth.
If they have teeth, bro.
Yeah, the girl on The Bachelor.
When she had just gums.
I think it was
that was-
Madison.
Oh.
She has really
The other one.
Oh, I thought we were talking about like if they didn't have teeth at all.
Oh.
gums.
No.
Shoddy.
Yeah, she has really good teeth, and she has a
Yeah.
great smile.
Yeah.
I think that's really attractive.
I got it. Okay.
Their laugh, if they're not afraid to laugh at your jokes, you know what I mean? Really the biggest thing is like if they're easy to talk to, you know? Like if they're not easy to talk to, then then you're probably not comfortable around them anyways, and so they probably wouldn't be too suitable for you.
Yeah.
I also one more thing, like you said, like them being able to make you laugh, I think that's really attractive.
Yeah.
Like one time over Christmas break, I wanted a date, and the girl that I went with, like, she made me laugh almost more than I made her laugh, which is like really
Shout out.
Shout out. You know who you are.
Yeah, it was really fun. So yeah.
So for me,
I doubt
okay.
she's listening, but
It's okay.
Sad.
I'll tell her to listen. Okay, so for me, one thing that I really appreciate and is when a girl's like open-minded to like trying like new things.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Not like anything weird, of course. Like, I'm not
well, no, I totally get what you mean. Like,
but like
if you're like sledding and like,
yeah, or like even simple things like that. Like I've talked to
and they just
some
like
people,
never go.
Just like
Yeah,
outgoing.
yeah, exactly. Like, and not even like outgoing. Like they can still be like kind of introverted, you know. Like, but they're still like willing to like go try something different, you know, a different change of pace.
Something that you like.
Yeah, and and they're also able to like still have a fun time in a boring scenario, you know? Like, for instance, sitting in the kitchen, I've had so much fun with just certain people because they're just... They can just have fun. You can engage with them. That table, good memories on that table.
Yeah.
Not on that table. I just mean around that table. Trust me, okay.
Yeah.
And like you said, like, being comfortable around a girl, for me, sometimes, like, I really wonder if it's, like, it's them or just me, or if I just need to like get over what it is and just start talking to them. And even then, like, I can just like let go of like my inhibitions and start talking to them. But if they're still like being closed off and not like really opening up, then that's really hard. Some people I get like it takes a little longer for them to open up, but for me, I'm very quick to open up and just talk about anything and everything.
Yeah.
So
I feel like all three of us are really open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, especially on dates.
Like
just
ask
life story.
Like ask me anything and I could go off forever about it.
Yeah.
Here's my childhood.
And when girls can ask good questions too, you know, like I really appreciate that.
Breaking the silence.
Yeah, and like it's not just you interviewing them, you know.
I also appreciate it though when they don't mind when it's quiet, you know, because like sometimes you're like you're like driving back from somewhere and like maybe for a moment you don't have anything to talk about and you're not going to be there like, oh my gosh, what is he thinking about since we're not talking? Maybe he's contemplating whether or not he liked me. Oh my gosh, I need to talk about it to get it off his mind. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my mind right now. We're not even talking right now. We're gonna go like that, you know.
But then in
you're
reality,
just like, you're just chilling. Just
and
like
in reality, it's like
what
road.
What turn do I take here? Oh man, where the heck does she live?
Yeah.
Where's this restaurant?
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So what are things that you find unattractive? Maybe don't go too far.
No specifics.
I guess we kind of cover that too.
Yeah, I mean, like the opposite of whatever we're saying. So like, if she's really like,
if she doesn't have
quiet,
teeth,
if she doesn't have teeth,
I mean, quiet's not always bad, but if you're like,
she only frowns.
Dead silent.
Yeah, no, there's like quiet in like certain scenarios where like people are just like quieter around big groups of people, which like isn't a bad thing, you know. But when it's like really hard to talk to them when it's just you, they're like, but you never know with certain people.
Yeah,
I feel like we hit that as well.
Yeah, and it's almost nice. I don't know. There's advantages to both, but it's almost nice being a guy because you can kind of choose who you go out with. You know what I mean? Oh, my bad. And then whereas being a girl, you kind of just have to wait. And
no, you don't. Girls can ask guys on dates because we're progressive.
That's the other thing. If a girl asks me on a date, I also respect that. Because I've been asked out on a date, like if you don't count like dances, it's been like one time. And like other than that, it's like they just don't. Yeah, it's like it's so much more fun too because it's like as a guy, you always have to worry about paying for it, and you really can't all the time.
And if the girl likes it, you know what I mean?
And so if the girl's like, hey, you want to go and do this with me and my friends on a double date? It's like, sweet, like that's insane, like that's awesome.
Okay, is it just me or is it like I feel like when a girl asks a guy on a date, it can be a lot more like it's just friendly, but when a guy asks a girl, it feels a lot more like it's more formal and almost romantic.
Like a guy trying to get her.
Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes like I don't know, I almost feel like
I mean, I haven't been asked on like dates
same
where like I've been into them to the point of like trying to get.
Yeah, but when like you talk about it like that, it almost feels more like they're just trying to have fun. But then again,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's just like
I should ask people out more.
If any girl asks you out, like it's still just like a compliment to the guy. Like almost like you're fun to be around, that they're like happy enough to ask you out on a date. You know,
and vice versa, of course.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh wow, like I'm really flattered that this girl asked me on a date. Like of course, and it doesn't. You don't have to be into the girl like romantically. Yeah, it's just it's still.
I'm sure that's how girls feel too, which is why they think that we should ask them out more. You know what I mean? And I made a goal. The new youth program.
Let's talk about the new program.
I made a goal to go on like 1 or 2 dates a month. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been pretty good at that. So yeah. We're kind of out of time here. So let's move to our lighthearted question.
Besides throw up.
Yeah.
Very lighthearted.
15 minutes of throw up.
I really enjoyed that conversation though.
Oh, obviously.
I hope the rest of the people enjoy it.
Do you wear a shirt to bed?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you?
No. Well, actually, funny story. Last night, I was like freezing cold in bed, but also not. I just got back from Arizona, and so it was like really warm down there, so I thought maybe I just wasn't adapted to the cold again, even though I'm inside. So I put on like a sweatshirt, and I was like, nope, I can't do this, and I took it back off, and then I eventually fell asleep.
Yeah.
What about you, Clyn?
I do, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So-
I always wear shorts and a t-shirt.
I actually went through like phases of like what I wear to
That's
bed.
me as well.
Yeah, so like I can remember like I haven't really changed anything in a while, but like way back it used to be like, okay, I'll only wear running shorts, and then it was like, okay, now I like wearing hoodies and running shorts, or now it's like now I need like a big t-shirt and like my sweatpants, or now it's just like always changing. I'll stay consistent for like 3 months. And then one day I'll just change one thing and it'll stay like that for another 3 or 6 months.
Yeah, for me that was the same thing, except it also depends on the season. Like right now, like I usually never sleep with a shirt on, just because I'm fit. Yeah. I'm just kidding, but I usually I'm just like find it more comfortable because if I sleep with a shirt on and like usually I'm a side sleeper. And if my arm's over like this, it'll like cut off the circulation sometimes to my arm. Yeah. And so if I do sleep with a shirt, it's like big. And then usually in the winter, it's like I wear like sweatpants. And then in the summer, it's like soccer shorts.
Okay. Last question then. What's your go-to sleep position?
Oof.
On my side, for sure.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'd say...
I have a rotational thing.
Yeah. If I'm ever trying to like fix my back, if it ever hurts, I'm always just like...
that's same.
Like perfect posture,
like, okay,
perfect
here we
on
go.
your back, yeah. But usually,
yeah, you're like folding your arms.
It's so hard.
Usually it's like on my side or like half and half. So like you're like on your back right here, except you're on your side, but also kind of on your back.
Yeah,
and then
I know
like
what you're saying.
and then sometimes on my stomach if I'm feeling.
I'm getting kind of tired about this. Yeah. So
wait. No, go.
No, okay. So I always start directly on my back, as flat as I can. So I actually sleep on a yoga mat on my floor.
What?
Yeah.
Where's your bed?
My bed's right next to it. So if I ever wake up at like 4 a.m, I usually just like get off my yoga mat and get in bed because I can't fall asleep back on the yoga mat, but I can fall asleep on it really well. Okay. But anyway, so I'll start on my back. And then, like, I'll put my head on the mattress because the mattress is a really nice pillow, I feel like. I don't know why. And then when I'm like, okay, time for the final phase to really put myself to sleep, I, like, lay on my stomach and I turn my head. And for some reason, that's just so comfortable. I, like, hug my pillow like it's a little, like it's a doggy. I'm like, oh.
That's funny.
And then I fall asleep.
Yeah,
or I don't.
Never heard of that. I just shift until I feel... It depends on the night, too, I feel. Like, some nights...
I cannot sleep last night.
Do you sleep with socks on?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so someone was saying...
Yeah, someone the other day.
Yeah, with her sleep with socks on. Yeah.
Why?
Because she was like, my feet get cold.
Well,
it's
yeah,
like,
my feet are cold.
More blankets.
Cold, but yeah,
more blankets.
Or just
me,
like wait 2 seconds.
Yeah, I just gotta trap all my body heat
Mm-hmm.
underneath there. Like whenever I go on campouts, no matter how cold they are, in my sleeping bag I will not wear a shirt because my body heat will warm it up.
Well, I wear a t-shirt, but
yeah. Well, thing with socks too is usually if I'm sleeping with socks or like trying to take a nap with them or something, I still can't do that because my mind like thinks about my feet and then I feel like my circulation is getting cut off.
Yeah.
and I have to just like I always remember snapping awake and just ripping them off because it's just like I feel like my whole feet are like just buzzing. Like I can't.
Well, also they just burn up really quickly.
Yeah,
I was gonna say something else, but I can't remember.
I
yeah.
wake up
Also,
so
if I slept with socks on, do you know how bad my feet would stink? You know
I
what
know.
I mean?
Oh, true. You gotta air those puppies out.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
They need to breathe at night. That's what my dad always says.
Yeah. Are you a shower person before bed or shower when you wake up from bed?
I wake up when I wake up. Yeah.
I've recently been experimenting with my pre-bed rituals, as you know, from like sleeping on a yoga mat to like rotation. So now, so I always try and try and keep the lights really low when I'm like getting ready for bed because like they always say like don't be like with bright lights blah 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 blah. I try and stay off my phone, or I like turn on the night shift. I turn down the brightness and I do like the reduce white point, which like turns everything down so it's barely even like lit up. And then I take a shower, cold one, in the dark. With my phone flashlight on.
With candles.
With candles.
Star on the wall.
No, stop. No.
Sometimes I'll bring a sacrificial lamb before I go in and
It's the only way I can sleep.
I can only sleep. There's another presence with me. Yeah. That's definitely weird.
So I shower before bed, and that's it.
Mine's after, because I feel like I wake up and my hair's all messy, and so I have to
I shower then also.
Oh, really?
I just don't ever I just rinse down, give myself a cozy.
All right. Well,
that was a lot of interesting stuff, I might say.
I think we
hit
really
like one
far.
thing on the list.
Yeah.
Was there anything you want to just touch on really quick on the list? We want to go over, or maybe save for future times.
It would take too long.
Yeah, because we would go and do another 20-minute rant.
But thanks for being on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That was
CT
funny.
Scan,
It was fun. Yeah,
CT scan for life.
The first
right on.
long episode
brother.
of the CT scan.
Shout out to the creator, Sam. I saw that last time. Right on, brother.
Right on. Well, okay. That's everything.
Adios.